Oh man, so it's been a second since I've talked about Attack on Titan on the channel, and maybe I'll just talk about Attack on Titan in these podcast forums on the HexCast. And welcome, guys. HexCast is where I talk about various topics, whether it's a recap. Sometimes it'll be a review of a manga. Most of the time, I would just like to classify it as a discussion. You know, it could be any certain topic within a chapter of a manga, a episode of a show. Usually, I leave my reviews to where I'm covering the whole entirety of an episode. So now with the HexCast, starting off with Attack on Titan, we got a little bit to talk about because we skipped a few episodes. I did not review the last like 3 episodes, episodes or so. I'm kind of 50% right now in terms of reviewing this season 3 part 2. But the last few episodes, man, from of course Eren living and surviving the onslaught of the Armored Titan, the Colossal, and the Beast Titan, to Armin sacrificing himself for the win, for the victory of that battle, not even the war, and only to be revived, of course, by, Levi instead of Erwin. So a lot of stuff that has gone on in the last few episodes of Attack on Titan. And I got to say this to start off, man. The next studio that does Attack on Titan season 4, good luck. The author came out and said there is going to be another season of Attack on Titan, and he didn't say who was going to make it, but we know which studio said they are not going to be making it. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for whatever studio gets it, unless it's someone like Bones. And I know Madhouse can do it. I've seen what their animation is, of course, with One Punch Man, but nonetheless, wow, what a pedigree. What a pedigree of animation, man. Like, what a standard. Wow, what studio really set a precedent for some of the animation, and that's exactly why they don't want to do this Attack on Titan season 4, because they said the first 3.5 seasons were just simply, they're too much. They're really affecting their staff too much, so they can't even work on anything else. So that does open up other shows to return potentially, right? Maybe like a Seraph of the Inn, which was done by Wit Studio. Haven't seen that in like 3 years anime form. I just caught up on the manga, but yeah. Other than that, though, let's talk about Attack on Titan. So why not talk about this last episode of AOT? So, Grisha, Reiner, Bertoltz, and of course, Zeke. Though, such a great topic to talk about, because Reiner, he called himself a piece of shit because he knew these people were not the crappy people that they were made out to be by the Eldians, right? The other people across a little bit, this a hop, skip, and a jump across the ocean. And we find out that he does not know that he's been fed a lie of shit. Grisha has known the truth. Grisha even presented the truth to his son Zeke, his first son with his first wife. And he betrayed him. And that's really Grisha's fault. Because I want you to look at this. If you are being fed something at a young age to where you can't really think for yourself, then most likely you're going to believe the first thing in which you were told. And if someone comes, and if it's a serious topic and someone else comes in and tells you different at that, that certain age, well, then you're probably going to be pretty messed up. And especially whenever, the world in which you live in, or the town in which you live in, is treated as if it's a cult, right? I mean, you can't go against what the cult says. And that's kind of what, was it Marley and, of course, the Eldians that live within Marley are kind of saying. So another thing with this is, so now we know Reiner was selected as a warrior, and they gave him the Armor Titan power, and then they shipped him over there to try to retrieve the Attack Titan, a.k.a. Eren's power, the power that King Race took with him. And we find out that King Race actually may have not been a bad person by no means. King Race ran away from conflict. He did not want to fight. He did not want to have a great Titan War, even though there was one. Marley took over 7 out of the 9 Titans and ended up taking over the war, even though the Eldians were the ones that were in control of the Titans. So the question remains, how in the hell does a shifter get taken control of? How does a shifter get manipulated? That's a massive, massive question. So, other than that, though, I mean, now Marley's in control. So, the Eldians were actually not... They were kind of bad people, too, though, if I remember correctly. Because they did say the Eldians were taking land, were forcing offspring onto other women, or women, I should say, excuse me. And so, you got to think about that. So, the Eldians kind of were pieces of crap, too. If I remember, if I do remember that one quote, correctly, it did say that, once Ymir Fritz got the power from that, whatever that demon was, and maybe that demon actually is the true in-game boss. Because, I mean, that's such an emphasis to put on Ymir Fritz got the power from a demon. Okay, she got the power from a demon for the Titans. Then where is that demon? Where'd that demon go? I hope they explore that, because that'd be kind of cool. Maybe it'll be like the progenitor Titan. I mean, technically, I guess Ymir Fritz is, but like maybe it's, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe the Titans actually are descendants from another civilization, because where did the power come from? That demon had to be like Titan-like, didn't he? So, I mean, kind of think about that. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I doubt that they're actually going to insert that as a true antagonist, but it could potentially be. I mean, so looking at Ymir and giving the 9 Titan powers, splitting her spirit and giving it to 9 Titan powers, imagine how powerful Ymir Fritz was at first. And we all got to see that as soon as she did originally split her spirit up. Things didn't go haywire yet, but then they did go haywire. And then Marley got involved after they took control of 7 of the Titans. So you got to ask yourself, how in the hell did Marley even get control of 7 out of the 9 Titans? That's a shit ton of Titans to get control of. But yet they didn't get control of the other 2? How is that possible? That's a big question we got to ask ourselves. So we also get to find out that Titans are created from this spine fluid of other, from other Titans. And of course, Marley, that country, has endless amount of stuff. That's the only reason why there's Titans outside of the walls at Paradise Island, is because they go to the dock and kick them on over the dock. And of course, well, there's more Titans. Everyone who gets exiled from Eldian, all the Eldians that get exiled from Marley kind of get shipped over there. I mean, think about this. Think about how effed up this is, actually, guys. Because we have the Eldians who were living in peace and harmony, but at one point in time, it seems as if they were stealing land and they were forcing offspring onto women. And then Marley comes in. And then Marley takes captures 7 of the 9 Titans, and then they treat the Eldians like shit, and now the Eldians think this world's messed up. So Grisha basically he wanted to give Eren a chance to make the world right. Take control of the world, Eren, but make sure when you're taking control of the world, that you take control of the world in a manner in which it's free, it's fair, it's equality. That's the biggest thing, I think Grisha wants. Because the Eldians effed up, and then the Marley people effed up. Everyone's just effing up. I mean, even King Race, who I understand his viewpoint, I guess, right? He didn't want conflict, so he got the hell out of there, took his people with him, and went there. But he erased the memories, which, I mean, maybe I kind of feel as if King Race kind of panicked there. And I said it because if everyone in the town knew what Titans were, they remembered the secrets, then they wouldn't be living in fear of the Titans. They'd be living in understanding of them, maybe still scared, but not blindly fearing them. They would understand, okay, this is what's going on. And maybe people could actually work together to try to come up with an idea, man, to fix things. So, I mean, wow. We can finally forgive Reiner. We can finally forgive Bertolt. Didn't ever expect to hear myself say that. There's someone I wanted to forgive. I wanted to. I said there has to be more to it. I was talking to one of my best friends, Nathan, actually, and I was like, there has to be more to it, man. There has to be more to it. And we couldn't think of anything totally logical, but now that we see that Reiner's been fed shit, Bertolt was fed shit too, then yeah, we understand now. We understand now. So, it's hard to, ingest all of that, right? So other than that, though, we got to take a look at what's gonna happen next too. At the same time, right? I mean, you have Armin as a Colossal Titan now. You have Eren as an Attack Titan now. So you have 2 Titans on your side, and the Colossal Titan obviously is a crucial piece. He's such a massive Titan, you can't just take him down. I mean, that Titan is so useful because of the brute force and strength that it exhibits, right? I mean, absolutely amazingly useful, man. So, we do get to see that Titans do somewhat resemble their prior, or their user. So I want to see, outside the Beast Titan, who doesn't look like Zeke and did not look like Grisha. I mean, now we get to see maybe if the Colossal Titan looks a little bit different. Maybe it's a little bit different than Bertoltz. Aaron looks a little bit different than Freesia did. So hey, let's see what that kind of comes down and looks like. It'll be really cool to see it and or experience all this. So other than that, though, what's next? Well, people are finding out the truth now. Now, let's think about this. It's about to be a fight, right? Like are we going overseas? I mean, that could be a little too hasty because we don't know how many shifters there are. There are. There are. There are. I can't get this right. I can't. There. Who cares, right? There. We don't know how many shifters there are. Just give me a break now. So, looking at what's probably going to happen since they know stuff now they're going to be prepared for it. They can use Aaron's ability to control Titans. Now, does he know how to use that ability quite yet? He used it accidentally once, and maybe that's what they're going to try to find out. I mean, maybe they're going to be waiting at the docks for an ambush, and they're going to get on one of those boats and go overseas, right? I mean, nobody knows. No one has a picture of Aaron. No one has a picture of Mikasa. Right? No one has a picture of Armin. No one knows what they look like outside of Reiner and the Beast Titan. So, I mean, hey, they could sneak over there. No one knows what they look like. I mean, no one took a picture. I mean, only Zeke. So, if you go over to a civilization with hundreds of thousands and or millions of people, the odds are there's a good chance Reiner and them probably won't see you in order to call you out. So, a lot of things we do actually got to think about when it comes to that. So, other than that, though, I think the execution of Attack on Titan these last few episodes, Armin sacrificing himself was awesome. Finally putting Erwin down because he's been in this hell long enough is cool, right? I mean, it's respectable. It's sad, but it's respectable. We get it. We understand it. When you look at who's next to be a Titan, who knows? The game has changed. Who will be on whose side? Who are the other shifters? I don't know, man. There's 9 of them. So let's see. We got the Beast Titan 1. Of course, we had Bertolt and now we have Armin and Reiner. There's 3. We have of course Aaron, who's 4. So who are the other ones? Who are the other 5 shifters? A lot of questions excuse me, Wymir. So who are the other 4 shifters? Excuse me. So, I mean, what the heck, right? And what happened with the owl and Grisha? Grisha ended up living. What happened to him? Is that who gave him the Beast Titan powers? I would assume so. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. He got the Beast Titan powers just before he came just before he came over the wall, right? So, makes sense that that guy probably gave him the Beast Titan powers. Where he got it from, I don't know. How do you just so someone goes up to the Beast Titan, because we saw 2 Beast Titans, right? If Zeke's won and Grisha's won, how the hell did they both won? What I would imagine is you can make endless amount of shifters. If you really want to, go up to a shifter, go up to your ally, get some spinal fluid from that shifter, inject it into someone else, and then you'll probably have a shifting Titan. You won't just have, you'll have an abnormal Titan. You won't just have a normal, brainless, mindless kind of instinctually eating human kind of Titan, a zombie-esque Titan, right? You won't have a zombie-esque Titan. You take the fluid from a shifter, put it in someone else, and there'll probably be a shifter of that kind too. That would make a lot of sense. So, yeah, I'm waiting for the phone call from my best friend Lefty, man, and or Nathan. As I said to you guys, he's gonna want to talk to me. He's gonna want to talk about this shit for sure. Hopefully, maybe he'll listen to the podcast. I'll tell him I made a podcast on Attack on Titan. So, yeah. Other than that, the guys, I hope you guys did enjoy the HexCast. A lot of questions, but we also just got a lot of answers. So, I mean, things are becoming more clear now. Wow, this one episode in the first 5 minutes, I had to try to wrap my head around so many different things. My head was gonna explode. So, other than that, though, guys, hope you guys did enjoy the cast. Be sure to leave a like. Share this on Reddit, man. Share this anywhere you can. It really does help. I want to grow this podcast and make it a bigger podcast within the anime community. That'd be really cool and fun to do. So, as always, guys, I will see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.